All right. Hey, what's up? The browser did fail to play the clip. So, hey, YouTube, if y'all saw it, that's what's up. If you didn't see it, hey, listen, welcome to the 404 Blitz Package. Hey, I'm your host, Yosarian, along with Mathis. We have Daryl en route. He's driving back home from Augusta. And of course, we have a special guest all the way over to the right, I believe. Listen, our special guest, all of us know him, but let me help y'all out. Let me help y'all out. If you grew up in Atlanta, you know this guy.
Yeah.
If you were in Atlanta from 2000 to 2008, 2007, you know this guy. If you are a fan of Stevenson football, you know this guy. If you're a Georgia Tech fan or a Georgia fan, guess what? You know this guy. Hey, we're so happy to have a special guest, none other than the third all-time passing yards at Georgia Tech, second all-time passing touchdowns at Georgia Tech. They got him second all-time in total offense at Georgia Tech. Hey man, we could go on and on. Third all-time with total responsible touchdowns, man. Touchdown
Damn.
machine.
Damn.
Hey,
look.
He started calling the stats out to me a little while ago, and I was like, "Dang,
Hey man,
is
listen.
Reggie in the Georgia
Bro,
Tech Hall of Fame?"
I'm not a stat guy, but keep going, bro. That shit sounds
That's
so good.
crazy.
Sound good. Hey, listen, y'all. We got an Atlanta Falcon fan. Hey, man, none other than former Georgia Tech great quarterback, Reggie Ball. Give it up, y'all.
Man, that's what's up, man. Damn, I wanted some more stats read off. I got to look the numbers up again. Now, shit, I didn't know they were that good.
Nah. As soon as he told me that, I was like, "Man, does Georgia Tech have him in the hall? Because that's wild."
Crazy part, man. I've had more often than not when I run into people, football fans, especially that have followed me since not only high school but all the way through the rec league over at Redan and Central DeKalb. They've asked me that question more often than not. Like, hey, when they gonna put your jersey up, get you in the Hall of Fame or something like that? But we can get into that later, man. But I'm a polarizing figure over there because I didn't win the game or two that I should have won. But we'll get into that.
It don't matter. It's folks in the Hall of Fame everywhere off of stats, and if that's
everything you read, I'm top 3 in, and I can't believe it.
Yeah.
Hey, a lot of people don't know, bro. And I ain't, Mathis, you know this. I ain't want to toot my own horn, bro. I'm the only starting quarterback to start day one over there at Georgia Tech. Nobody's ever done that in the history of that program, bro. So that's something that I hang on my head, and I'm very proud of.
And see, you came out the year before I did, and when I tell you, because we go back from Redan Park,
yeah,
my mom was more in tune to that game than I was.
Man, hey, it was an exciting time.
Everything, boy.
Man, it was an exciting time for all of my friends and family. You know what I mean? Especially to be the first game of that season. I believe it was 2003. National TV at BYU. Everybody was watching. It was a Thursday night game, man. So, all eyes were on us. You know what I mean? So, great memories for sure, though.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Even in the loss, it's still a great memory.
I mean, shoot, you can't look just to have them lights on you. That's everything right there.
You ain't lying about that.
That's everything. So let me ask you this, man.
Yeah.
Who was your top 3 favorite players that you played with at Stevenson?
At Stevenson?
Did you have any players that you was like, man, I wish I could have played with them in college? Or look, y'all had an NFL type team in high school.
Well, Israel Root. That's like one of my best friends. That's like one of my brothers.
Yeah.
And if you don't know Israel, he's JID's the international superstar, hip hop star. That's his older brother. We used to spend the night at each other's house damn near every other day.
Yeah.
I was hurt when I couldn't play with him no more. Mm-hmm. When you talk about like a continuity and chemistry with he played receiver and DB.
Yeah.
But we hardly called routes and he hardly ran the right route. But when I tell you, it was like it was chemistry that I very rarely had with another receiver. Jonathan Smith came close. He was number 21 my freshman year at Tech, and he was very similar. He did the same thing. He just ran and got open. He ran off the script, and for some odd reason, I would see what he saw, and we would kind of on the run. So Israel Root would be number one. He would. I wanted to play with him so bad. I tried to get him into Tech along with my brother Rayshawn. Of course, my brothers. I think we can cap that into one.
Yeah.
All of them, all the way down to Regis. If I had a chance, I think he was a little younger, and I probably would have been in the league by the time he got to college. But my brothers, Rayshawn and Marcus, man, that would have been a dream. I know Tech was on the fence about offering Rayshawn, but you know how some of these institutions can
go. Yeah.
You know, he has got to admit this, you got to do this, you got to do that. And him being a 5'9" cornerback, you know what I mean? You got to have those measurements, or you thought a lot of people had to have those measurements to kind of sell, I guess, coaches. And number 3, got to go with Craig.
Ended up in Georgia.
You know what's crazy? With him, at one point, him, TJ Gartrell, and Craig, we were all talking amongst ourselves like, hey, package deal. Somebody got to get all 3 of us.
Yeah.
We got to keep this thing going. But you know how things happen. You know, you go home. You still got to go home to your parents, and your parents got their own goddamn idea. So, excuse me.
That's right.
Nah, you good.
That's
right.
Nah, you straight. You straight.
Okay, cool. But yeah, you know, so it worked out the way it was supposed to. Ironically enough, me and Izzy kind of met back up in the NFL ranks. We actually were in Detroit for. He was up there for a year and a half. I was up there for about 3 years. And the crazy thing is, he wasn't the only Stevenson teammate up at Detroit at the time. Anthony Cannon was already up there. He was Mr. Irrelevant the year before I got there, the last player drafted. So we had 3 guys from Stevenson on the Detroit Lions at one time, man, which was pretty cool. But
that's what's up, man.
Yeah, man.
That's what's up.
Good memories, good times, good teammates, and real good friends to this day.
That's what's up. Hey, that's one of the things about Stevenson. If you're looking at the NFL, you're going to always hear somebody say Stevenson High School. You'll see it in their background somewhere. Hey, man, powerhouse. Yeah. High school powerhouse.
Yeah.
Reggie, why hasn't Stevenson won the state? I'm sorry, man.
Well, I ain't gonna lie to you, man. When it comes down to winning at any level, the behind the scenes support, the structure, the boosters, everything has to come into play. And you're talking about, yeah, we had talent, and we were coming up at the time at the end of an era to where everybody came up together. So when I mentioned my brothers, when I mentioned Izzy, when I mentioned Craig, and I mentioned TJ, we didn't just first meet in the 9th grade. Nobody transferred in. You know what I'm saying? We played with each other all the way from the park ball ranks, or if we didn't play with each other, we played against each other. Israel was more so at CD, but everybody else came through Redan. I only played my last year of rec ball over at Central DeKalb, and even then, we didn't play on the same team, but everybody knew each other. Everybody heard of each other. Everybody watched each other watched each other play. So the chemistry on the field wasn't the issue. The structure from making sure things outside of the game were intact. That's where we kind of dropped the ball, I believe, from active recovery to nutrition, and even just the logistics of things. Getting things at a certain place at a certain time, scheduling, traveling, itinerary. There's no way your football team should travel to Waycross, Georgia, the day of the game. You feel what I'm saying?
Right.
So things like that come into play that nobody even considers, nobody even pays attention to. The only thing a lot of people pay attention to is that, man, they got D1 athletes all over the field. They should win this game hands down, which we should have in most cases. But hell, if we're just getting off the bus from a 3-hour, 4-hour drive going to South Georgia, and we already against the odds, you know what I'm saying? That's pretty tough. So little things like that, that can be the difference in, you making a real run for a state ring, or just making a lot of highlights.
That's right.
Well, let me ask you this: as far as your NFL career, if you could push back your career, and of course we don't have control over time or anything like that,
Yeah.
but if you were in the league right now, well, let me say this: what quarterback in the league right now reminds you of you? Since
Kyler,
now everybody is with the dual threat,
Kyler Murray.
and who?
Kyler Murray, Russell
Okay,
Westbrook, Bo Nix a little bit. I'm very high on Bo Nix. Bo Nix's dad, Patrick Nix, was my quarterback coach at Tech. So I saw Bo Nix when he was 4, 5, 6 years old. You know what I mean? So I was very high on him coming out of Oregon when he finally came out of college, because I knew his pedigree. I knew he was one of those guys that was literally born in football and stayed around football his entire life. So his want to was not a question. It was about getting him in the right situation with Sean Payton and knowing what could kind of trigger the best attributes out of him. I think that was a match made in heaven for him to get with Sean Payton. So those three stick out. Jalen Hurts, you can throw him in there as well. But yeah, quarterbacks like me, they're all over the field now.
Yeah.
I mean, you could, and that's high school, that's college, that's even in the NFL. It's almost frowned upon if you get a quarterback that can't move right now. So,
absolutely.
We have this conversation quite often amongst my family, friends. Even now, I should have been born maybe 4 or 5 years later. You can't control that, man.
You can't control it.
For what we know, because we grew up in the Michael Vick era, and then you going from high school to college. That's what we saw. Though that was basically it. I don't remember anybody else that could move and throw.
Well, let me tell you why you don't remember those players, because they weren't considered. They were pushed to the background.
Absolutely.
People forget about Reggie McNeil from Texas A&M, who ran a 4.2, 4.3 as well. But as soon as he got to the league, they moved him to wide receiver with the Jets. You forget about Antoine Randall, because as soon as he got to the league, he got pushed to third or fourth string, and then he started playing receiver. And there was somebody else, Anquan Bolden. Of course, he made that transfer. Well, he made that transfer already in Florida State, but that. You know why he made the transfer to wide receiver, because that
wasn't giving him a chance.
That wasn't that style. You know what I'm saying? So we can go on and on about athletes, quarterbacks who could have, excelled, with their style of play. But, at that time, that just wasn't the era. The coaches didn't know how to coach that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, you know how things are when they first, appear. The first stone is always kind of like, that's a scary thing, bro. You got to take a chance on something you ain't never seen before. So a lot of people weren't willing to take that chance. They're trying to keep their job.
That's right.
Now I was slick, kind of scared of you when we was at Redan Park when me and
what you got me talking about baseball?
Nah. So my question is, how you didn't put enough fear to Marcus to where he ended up at Florida State, man? How you let that happen?
Oh no, that man. My brother was fortunate enough to have any school at his college. The letters that used to come to the house, of course I was at Tech at the time, but every time, that's 30, 40 minutes away. So when I would come to the house and I would see this and I would hear this and I would see this online and everything like that, it was all about going to the best school. I didn't have any favorites. I wanted to see him at Florida State, to be honest with you, because we grew up Florida State fans. We grew up Miami fans. We grew up watching Danny Werfel and Steve Spurrier at Florida. Not to say that Florida was a favorite, but we saw that was the era. Those Florida schools ran football for a while. You know what I'm saying? But nah, man, just for him to get to the best situation, which I thought was Florida State at the time, that was a dream for all of us. You know what I'm saying? If it wasn't that, you got to think about your Michigan. You got to think about your Ohio State. Those were the teams. Those were the blue bloods. Well, the blue bloods, of course, they're still to this day. But those were the teams that were running everything back then. Alabama didn't start having a run until Saban.
Right, till Saban.
You could throw LSU in that mix too, because LSU had Saban. Matter of fact, Saban was at LSU at the time.
Right.
And he wanted me to go straight to receiver. And
Really?
I love that guy to death. He had me in his office, and he told me straight up, Reggie, I love you. You're a great athlete. And he still remembers my name to this day, which is crazy. He said, I got a 6'4" guy named Jamarcus Russell who just committed. That's our quarterback.
Mm.
But you're more than welcome to come here. You're more than welcome to back him up. But I know you're going to get on the field because you're an athlete. And he told me straight to my face in his office at LSU, which was probably the most beautiful stadium I've seen in person to this day. But yeah, man, Saban. Those were the teams back to Marcus. Those were the teams that were kind of running everything, man. So him going to Florida State, that was a win for us, man. That was a win for him.
Yeah, we remember watching that game too, like we watched yours. I remember being able to find him on the field once he stepped on that field, man. It was kind of crazy.
Yeah, that was at Miami. that was a kid against Miami. Yep.
Yeah.
That's what's up. So tell us a little bit about what you got going on right now, Reggie. With I saw the ball effect, right? Tell us a little bit about that.
You got to start with these kids.
That's
3 boys and a girl. I'm a daddy before all of this stuff. Oh yeah, I'm a daddy before anything, man. 3 boys and a girl.
Yes, sir.
11, 8, 3 and 2. Yeah, 11, 8, 3 and 2. Rumi just had a birthday, July 18th. Then, we got the Gym Effect Fitness, which my boy Mathis is in there from time to time. I would like to see him a little bit more.
I'm about to get back. I'm about to get back rolling.
Now he be talking that junk at work for real though. So
I bet he talk more when he go to the gym and he's in. He's talking a little more. I bet you ain't talking right now.
Nah, I ain't been talking.
But I got my own brand, the family brand, the Ball Effect, that just engulfs everything that my dad's been doing for a little while, and continuing on to what I'm doing with the with everything as far as training. It's just a personal brand for the fam. What else? Co-hosting the Broken Play with Nav Green on Channel 85 with the 85 South crew. What else we got going? Helping out with the GCAP Foundation, which is Georgia's, I don't know the acronym shit, but it's a big organization that's against teen pregnancy and keeping teens safe as far as like making sure they know what they're doing with their lives as far as just, being productive individuals. I help out with them as well, but that's about it, man. Just continuing just to be a leader and do the best I can and lead by example.
Mm-hmm. And I'm glad you said that. I'm glad you cleared everything up with me. Family first, father first, father first. Everybody worried about everybody else. Take care of home first.
Man, come on, bro.
Man, I'm telling you.
These babies come before anything.
Absolutely.
Anything.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And then still giving back to the community, doing great things out there. That's what's up. That's always one of the things I like to hear from guys that are going on to do big things. What are they doing in the community? And able to we had Coach Anil on. He's one of Mathis's friends from college, and he's with the LA Rams. We had him on a few months ago, and some of the same things, man, giving back to the community.
I failed to mention Cause of Effect.
Go ahead.
The board of Cause of Effect. We actually got an event tomorrow, Kicks for Kids, to where it's a kickball tournament to where we basically, fundraising to give back to kids, getting back to school and everything like that. So yeah, Cause of Effect is definitely on the list as well. So
where is that going to be? Where is that being held at?
It is at the East Point. Damn, you put me on the spot.
My bad, bro. My bad.
It's not so bad because I should know this.
Is it on the website?
Oh, the John Diller Athletic Club in East Point. That's 3009 Randall Street, East Point, Georgia. So yeah.
Okay. That's for anybody that's in the area that may want to try to make it out there or whatever the case may be to assist with the kids, man. It's definitely a lot of people that need assistance going back to school.
Yeah,
So
man. Pencils, crayons, book bags, everything. Yeah, y'all know how it goes. So
you're
don't
running up.
overcomplicate this thing, man. If you got something, if you got time to just stop by, get high five somebody, something like that, man, just show some love for real. We appreciate it.
Yeah, yeah.
That's what's up. That's what's up. So I know you only have a few more minutes with us, and we, like I said, we
Oh, we're good. We're good. We're good.
appreciate it. Tell us a little bit about some of your favorite players or favorite teammates in at Georgia Tech. You know,
Yeah.
you don't have to go to Calvin Johnson off the rip, but just
Well,
tell us about some of your greatest, funnest, coolest
I get to
teammates.
Calvin. I get to Calvin because I mean that's obvious.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get to Calvin. Let me see. Some of my favorite teammates. Hugh Rowley was my center my
Mhm,
freshman year. Hugh, his family, they took me in almost as if I was their own. He was that prototypical center that you'll probably see on the Varsity Blues, a program, a Friday Night Lights. Big guy who didn't take too much stuff from anybody. And he was like that big protector type of guy. You know what I mean? And I can say that for the entire O line
Mm.
my freshman year. That's Andy Tidwell Neal, Honeycutt, Leon, Nat Dorsey, who ended up getting drafted by the
mhm.
Browns and played for a little while.
Dorsey.
You can throw all my O linemen, all of them. Kevin Tumanello, Andrew Gardner. Who else? I'm forgetting some people. All my O linemen. If I forgot your name, you know it's my
Don't hold
head.
it against them. Don't hold it against them. Yeah.
Yeah, it's my head. And I'm like, hold on, who else? It's so many. No, it wasn't that many. Um, my boy from Brookwood. Oh man, Mansfield Roto. He played at Brookwood. He actually won a state championship at Brookwood. But the entire O line, I didn't have any bad teammates too much, man. Daryl Smith was one of my favorite teammates. Kieran Fox,
Mhm.
DA from he went to Avondale, my parents' alma mater. I told you about Jonathan Smith, who just ran whatever the hell he wanted to run. I just somehow knew what he was going to do anyway. So we
Yeah.
made some magic happen. He actually got drafted by the Bills. You can throw LaVon Thomas in there. Um, and of course, these are all offensive guys aside from Kieran Fox and Daryl Smith.
Mhm.
Rube, you can throw Rube in there. Reuben Houston, he was a big influence to all the players off the field. Despite some bullshit he had to go through and fight through.
Mhm.
We still keep in contact to this day, so he was solid too. All my roommates, Phil Wheeler, big NFL alum, Sam Williams from the West Side, graduated from Mays, Avery Roberson from Washington, K. Michael Hall, damn, from Texas. He
Mm.
was a really good linebacker, number 35, very undersized linebacker. Nobody expected anything from him,
I
but he was
remember
an
that.
all ACC performer. Yeah, man, I can go on and on. But I had some really good teammates there. Of course, Calvin. And I'm gonna tell you why Calvin was a great teammate, because just as much praise you can give him on the field, he did everything he was supposed to do off the field. You know what I'm saying? Very don't many people don't know that that's the only guy that I hosted on the visit. You know how guys come in on an official visit and you got a
Right.
host or you got a teammate or guy on the team that hosts you. That's the only guy
Wow.
that I hosted, and I'm one for one with one of the greatest players.
Ever played? Yeah.
Now, he did go ahead and out me about his visit to Georgia Tech was his introduction to marijuana. But listen to me. He's running a multi-million-dollar business in the marijuana industry
See,
now.
there you go.
Yeah. I heard.
And you
Yeah,
know the stigma that it did have on, back when we were growing up.
back then.
And
Mhm.
clearly that was just a stigma, and it was kind of like I don't know. Again, that's something that people don't know about. So you frown
Mhm.
upon as a first on.
Mhm.
But it actually helped him his last 3 or 4 years in the league, because it said it was a lot, he was going through a lot of pain,
Pain.
dealing with a lot of pain during those last couple of years. Not to say that I'm an advocate for marijuana. So don't take that shit.
Right.
Don't do that. But I'm just saying it worked out for the better of everyone around him.
Mhm.
Yeah.
But yeah, really good guys at Tech, man. A lot of us still keep in contact. James Butler, A pretty cool dude. But a lot of us still keep in contact. Rashawn Grant from Florida, we got the same birthday, so we kind of keep that. You see, I can go on and on. You know what I mean? But really good guys. Taylor Bennett, Kyle Manley, he won like 3 or 4 state titles over at Buford High School. But yeah, man, good dudes at Tech, man. Really good dudes. James Lifford, the assistant the assistant general manager, I believe, with the Houston Texans right now. He actually came in town. We had lunch together. So shout out to James Lifford. Yeah, I can go on and on, man. I can go on and on.
That's what's up. Hey, man, we appreciate that. We definitely appreciate that. I know everybody wanted to hear about Calvin, but man, it's awesome to be able to hear about all the other players that had something to do, with your success and your growth and all of that good stuff.
A lot of good men, man. I was fortunate to be around a lot of good men. So no complaints, no regrets. I'm still flourishing in those relationships and still taking advantage of just being around good guys like Andrew Smith, who's big time lawyer down in Florida, who I'm looking to give me some money from Oakley at some point, but we'll be around with him, But yeah, so, good people.
So look, last thing, I know you got to get ready to go. One of the
no, man, you keep going. We're gonna make this good, bro. We're gonna make this good. You keep going. If I gotta go, that's why I keep looking at this damn
looking at the time.
We good.
So look, if you look on the screen, Black Jedi is the other host that is currently headed back home. All right. He's a Georgia Tech guy. Okay. So we have a bet going on right now because we're gonna go to the game. And whoever loses, we're gonna have to put on the other person's shirt, other team's shirt. Now, I know you're probably not, really about that life, even if it's just for a day.
Yeah.
But is Georgia the one team that you would never sport their colors, their clothing?
Absolutely. Y'all some cheating low down dogs, bro.
I wore this shirt because I was hoping it was going to be 2v2.
Y'all cheated me twice out of a W down in Athens, bro.
Yeah,
I get that.
Y'all some low down dogs. Ironically enough, y'all some ugly low down dogs who are literally low down to the damn ground. So, pun intended.
Hey, yo, look, about 3 years ago, I show up to because I do personal training and then we do the boot camp.
Mm-hmm.
And I walk in with a Georgia shirt on, and I'm one of the first people there. He said, "Hey, I think you need to go change your shirt."
You ain't finna train
and
with me.
And I ain't know how serious he was or not, man. But it was, I ain't got no other shirt. You about to have me out here test out and everything. Cause I was
what size you need? What size you need? I'm not finna train nobody in that shit.
Yeah, so I won't go up there with a Georgia shirt on no more, just because of him. So.
That's right. That's
I already know how
the right way, Mathis. That's the right way.
I mean, I get you.
You know what? The funny thing about growing up in Atlanta, I'm from the A, West Side, Hollywood Road, over that way.
All right.
So I grew up in Atlanta watching. We love the Georgia Bulldogs, but we always still cheer for Georgia Tech.
Yeah,
Georgia Tech was the only game I was going to be able to go to because my parents, grandma wasn't going to take us up to Athens or nothing like that. We went to Tech. So you can't help but to have a little love for them. And as a lot of people in my family.
This man said a little love, and you in that.
I mean, listen.
That's crazy.
No. So I mean, I'm down. If we not,
if Georgia Tech is not playing Georgia, don't be on no fence. Ain't on no fence.
You know how crazy that sounds to be in the city and have a little love for it.
Ain't on no fence.
Hollywood Road. What, you 15 minutes away from the stadium?
Hey man, I could walk to the stadium.
That's with traffic.
That's Yeah. You're right. Back in them days, we could almost get in for free.
Him saying that, he's like, damn, that don't even sound right. You right.
Ain't no sitting on no fence. Ain't no sitting on no fence.
They were the only team I could see Robert Levette with my eyes. I never saw Herschel with my eyes because we couldn't afford to go up to Athens. But like I said, much love. It's all good. If Georgia is not playing Georgia Tech, I root for Georgia Tech because I
I
want them to
feel
do
you.
well.
I feel you.
I do. I want them to do
Hey,
well.
to look, I'm gonna be look. I'm gonna show y'all some love. I'm gonna give y'all some shit that I ain't never told nobody in my life. I was a Georgia fan as a kid. Let me tell you why. There was a DeKalb County legend by the name of Quincy Carter.
Hmm.
Went
Yeah.
to
Yeah.
Georgia. Quincy Carter was my first favorite quarterback. No, he was my second favorite quarterback. Like you know how you're a kid, you pick a guy and you look at him and you follow him. You know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean?
Mm-hmm.
But the first guy I followed was Tony Tiller, a Redan legend in the park ranks, and ended up going, I think, East Tennessee State. But
Mm-hmm.
he had a scholarship lined up to go to Clemson, but he messed up his ankle real bad, and that kind of derailed him a little bit. But Tony Tiller was number one. And then Quincy Carter. Quincy Carter he was that guy for me. He was that guy for a lot of people in DeKalb County.
Mm-hmm.
He was the only black quarterback I saw win a state championship.
Mm-hmm.
I remember being in Memorial Stadium versus Parkview, sitting not in the stands, but literally on the stairs because Memorial Stadium was shoulder to shoulder. There was absolutely no room whatsoever inside of that stadium. And I saw him pull that out, and that we was jamming with the band. And that was one of my most fondest football memories ever, was going to that high school game and seeing him pull that out. So when Quincy Carter was at Georgia, I pulled for Georgia. All right. So I understand Georgia is it's a blue blood. It's a very winning program. You know what I mean? And I understand why a lot of people from Atlanta like Georgia. They were winning. You know what I mean? Again, it's kind of hard to go root for a team that's, not winning, to say the least.
Yeah.
And Georgia's been having a run for a very long time, since the 80s. They had a few down years, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, Mark Richt, you fire a coach that coached a decade straight of winning 10 straight games.
Absolutely.
That's the bar they had at Georgia. So, if you got a bar of a head coach being fired after 10 years of winning 10 straight games, I would, if I didn't know any better, I would root for a team like that too. No, but
Well,
I get it. I get it though. I get it. I
Yeah.
get it. So don't get me wrong. Look, if I got to stick to my side, bro. I picked the side.
ain't nobody trying to sway you in here.
Oh, you're
Because
not gonna sway me. You're
yeah,
not gonna
until
sway
4 years ago, you
me.
had the leg up until 4 years ago on recent national championships. You
Yeah,
you you were closer to yours than we was.
yeah, yeah.
So ain't nothing wrong with that.
Well,
Nah, man. Look, I talk my trash, and of course, I tell you, I'll never wear that, whatever you got on your shirt right there. But look, bro, I'm real. I tip my cap every time because they win. You can't go against that. I wouldn't be a sane man if I couldn't pay homage, pay respect to a winning program, a winning team, and guys that go out there and get the job done.
Yeah.
Y'all do it. So, that's
so
about as much I'm gonna give y'all. So don't
no,
even.
that's all good. That's all good. All good. But now, tell us how you feel about your Georgia
Let me tell you something, man.
looking good now.
I'm
Looking
gonna tell you
good.
something. I haven't been excited about Tech since I left, like I am excited about Tech right now. Georgia Tech, again, it's a smaller school. People don't understand that Georgia Tech, when it first started, it was a block. It wasn't a campus. It's
Yeah.
nothing compared to what you're seeing right now. So Georgia Tech was a block in the middle of downtown Atlanta. So we've expanded, you know what I mean, geographically. And of course, we got way more land buildings and everything like that. The campus is beautiful and all. So starting off from that small school and being what they are now is monumental. Us building up the city of Atlanta, I got to remind y'all every single time. Georgia Tech grads built Atlanta. They build Atlanta and they expand on Atlanta. So in that regard, I love it. Going to the football team right now, to have Brent Key come in there, because we started off as that small brother and sister type of program, I think it fits. And as you can see, it fits. We need to recruit from within. We needed somebody from within to instill some type of tradition, some type of culture to where you're proud to put on that white and gold. You feel what I'm saying? And Brent Key exemplifies everything about Georgia Tech. Hold on, son. There's Rio right there going crazy.
It's all good.
But nah, man. Let me tell you, Brent Key, dog. He's one of those coaches. I was like, damn. I wish I could have
played for him.
If not played for him, played with him. You know, he's a Tech grad, and he
Yeah,
wasn't
yeah.
far from me. So, funny story. I was recently doing an interview at Tech. Of course, I think this was it was the off season. They were doing construction on the building and everything like that. Man, that man crashed my interview, cameras rolling and all, and gave me the biggest hug as if I was his little brother or if I was his quarterback right then and there. He was like, no, man, I got to have you around here. But that's the type of feel, that's the type of culture, and that's the type of that's the type of brotherhood that's going to get us over the top.
Yeah.
I see us winning 10 games this year.
I see y'all.
Very excited.
The ACC championship should be Georgia Tech and Clemson.
Clemson is going to be, well, I think we're on both sides. No, we're on the same side, right?
Nah, I think they got it set up just like how the SEC is, where it's just the top two teams are the ones that end up going to the championship.
We got them I think we got them week 2 or 3. That's gonna tell a lot.
Determined, yeah.
That's gonna tell a lot. Even if we don't win, and I'm just being I'm being real. If that's a competitive game, if that's a single possession game, if that's a down to the wire game, man, that's gonna say a lot. Now, of course, I can't overlook Dion because we got Dion.
First game.
Yeah, the first game on
It's not the same team, though, man. I'd be more on the fence if he was still had his son and Travis Hunter. Now they still got some good players, but they lost some. They lost some key pieces too.
Let me tell you about college football, man. Emotions is underrated in college football. If you can motivate an 18, 19-year-old kid, man, that 18, 19-year-old kid has the potential to literally run through a brick wall. And I'm not saying that as if I'm just trying to motivate you.
Yeah.
You remember how strong you was at 18, 19, 20 years old? The right coach can literally have you if not run through the wall, you're going to put a crack in it. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And what Dion's going through, not only this year, but last year and the year before, and proving people wrong at Jackson State. And now they got Brian Leftwich as a damn quarterback coach. They're surrounded by damn NFL.
Yeah, Hall of Famers. Yeah.
Nobody can overlook Colorado. I know last year when they finally met real competition, it was a vast difference. Mm-hmm. But man, that's year 2. From a team that was 1-10.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So for us to realistically expect him to go compete for a national championship within the first 1 or 2 years of him getting there, that's not real. So of course we don't want to overlook them, but even still, when we're talking about conference play, that Clemson game being early in the season, that second and third week, that's going to be telling. That's going to be telling. Now, luckily, I think we got them here too. It's a 12 o'clock game at Tech.
Yeah, that's good. That's big. Yeah.
See, I be rooting for Tech. You see what I'm saying? I'm rooting for Tech.
I mean,
you should. You 10 minutes away from Tech.
Hey.
I'm in the middle. I'm actually still closer to Georgia Tech than I am.
I was going to say, well, you are nowhere near no damn man.
But yeah, I'm about 45 to an hour away from Georgia. But I don't
well, you are 2
look good in all gold.
Stop lying to these people. Don't be lying to these people. I know where you live, bro.
Okay. Nah, man. But in regards to the way Tech looked when they went down to Athens, and I watched them when they played Florida State last year, and like they are definitely going in the right direction.
Yeah, we got cheated in Athens again. Surprise, surprise.
Hey man,
look, if either one of those teams decide to run the ball in the first overtime, you know what I'm saying? That Georgia Tech probably win that game.
You got to.
We couldn't stop them. But that's neither here nor there now.
I'm gonna tell y'all this. I think my boy Justin, is it Justin Haynes? What's his name? The
Justice
running back.
running back for Alabama.
No, for
No.
Tech. He went on
Nah,
the
Oh,
O line.
Tech.
I want to give a
Uh,
huge. What's his name? Haynes. Justin
what
Haynes.
is
the
his name?
the running back.
I want to get his name
Justice
right.
Haynes.
But I
Oh,
ain't gonna
okay.
lie to you. I
His
think he
last name.
changed his number over for me, and man, I'm gonna talk to him soon. But he showed me a lot of love every time I come up to campus. Yeah,
Mm.
no, that's not his name. He was number 11 last year, and he changed his name, changed his number to number 1. And I thought that was pretty dope because we've been talking in the off season when I did go up there, and he, you know how you go up to your school.
Hmm.
I got to get his name now. You know how you go to a school where you talk to a young kid, Jamal Haynes, okay, and you talk to
Go
him.
away, Daryl. Go away. Go away.
You know how
He
you
chiming
you
in.
trying to school them, even your younger cousin or younger family member or somebody in the neighborhood. You trying to spit some game to them, and you can see it going in one ear, not the other.
Yeah.
Man, buddy, soak up game every time I talk to him.
Mm.
I can see him looking at me like, I got you, OG. I got like you can see him taking in what I'm saying and really like engage in conversation. Not only is that rewarding, man, but it's refreshing to see not only that I can still have an impact on a kid that's so talented and locked in and respected, but nah, man, I'm really fond of the kid, man. I think he's special. I think he's still under the radar nationally. He's going to be one of those kids that's going to shock a lot of people this year, just with his individual talent, man. So yeah, I'm excited about him, and I'm not 100% sure, but I think he changed that number over to 1
Mm.
to show a little love to me, man. Yeah, Jamal Haynes, that's his name.
Hmm.
So shout out to Jamal and at number 1.
That's what's up. That's
Mhm.
what's
Shout
up.
out to Georgia Tech, man. I'm not getting ready to, just like I don't respect them. I do. I
Man, you
do
show
like
love, bro. You gotta show
I,
love.
I do I
We the
do
home,
like the team. Like you
bro.
said, I like the direction they're going, and they're going to continue to become even more dangerous as these Brent Key got them playing.
He got
Yeah,
him
So
playing there.
yeah. I like him. I like him a lot. Yeah, our culture is back to where we know we got to work for every damn thing we get.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying? So once you understand that at an institution like a Georgia Tech, who may not get 10 5 stars a year, you know what I mean? You might have to settle for a room full of 3, 4 stars, even 2 stars in some respect. You know what I mean? But once you understand, hey, nothing is going to be given to me. I got to work on every play and every down has to be earned. That culture is there. So I'm excited that Brent Key has that program going in the right direction for sure.
What did Chan Gailey, your head coach, tell you that made you say yes? I'm going to Georgia Tech.
He was a professional. Um, and I'm gonna tell you this: it wasn't Chan Gailey so much. Man, I forget his name, and it's gonna come to me as soon as I get off this call.
Mm.
My recruiter. Damn, damn. And I well up time to time when I tell this story.
Mm.
Like, it's kind of hard to get all the way invested in the story, and I can't remember the man's name right now. Long story short, he recruited me, called me every week, talked to me every week, came by the house. Of course, Chan Gailey came by the house, but my recruiter at the time, I got word after I left Tech that he literally stood on the table and put his job on the line and said, offer Reggie Ball.
Mm.
He said, he stood on the table, said, offer this guy, and I'm putting my job on the line, or something along those lines, to where he basically stood on everything he had, whatever type of leverage he had to say, hey, that's a
come get 'em.
quarterback that we need.
Yeah.
It was Tim something, I believe. Damn. But long story short, he didn't even, I think he ended up taking a job the next year. So we didn't stay connected too long. But yeah, man, the man put his job on the line for me, man. So he kind of won me over. Chan, he showed up to all my banquets, the DeKalb County Touchdown Club banquets. He showed a lot of love there. He loved the way I handled myself, how, I carried myself. I played the part. He liked that part, but it wasn't so much Chan. I mean, of course, Chan's history. He's coaching the NFL. I think he won a state national title at Troy. So Chan had a resume. Like, he was to be respected for sure. And I think he was either Dallas or Pittsburgh. He just came off of before he came to Tech. But long story short, Chan's resume is very impressive. So, he didn't have to do too much talking. So I knew that school was going to give me a legitimate shot to play quarterback. LSU, like I told you, Saban, athlete. Rob Gardner at Georgia told me, hey, man, athlete. Michigan wanted me as a corner. Louisville wanted me as an athlete. It was somebody else. Oh, Florida State wanted me to walk on.
What?
Yeah, I swear. But everybody else is from your Cincinnati's to your like mid majors and everything like that. It was more athlete. If I wanted, of course, all D2s and Clark Atlantas and stuff like that. I remember being at Travis's house and Clark came in the house. He was like, I was like, hey man, why didn't you say nothing to me? I said, he said, bro, Reggie, we ain't got no shot at coming against you, bro. I was like, bro, you could at least say, hey. Man, we laughed for like 30 minutes. To this day, me and Travis laugh about that story, man. But nah, man, that being home, having a legitimate shot of being a quarterback and being on TV every single week. That's kind of what sold me on. As soon as I got done playing that last high school game, shit, let's do it. Hometown hero.
That's it.
Yeah.
That's it. Like I said, Atlanta legend, ATL legend, hands down. Hands down. We're going to give a little love to the chat right quick. I see Wallace just jumped in. What's good, Wallace? Wallace was one of our first subscribers, and he was the first one that really kind of joined us.
That's what's up.
Chatted with us. Of course, Daryl, crazy self.
Anybody worry about?
Yeah, Miss Pam. She's one of the. She's on the Lady Birds of AFN. So she's one of the content creators. Yeah, they have a real nice show. They come on every Tuesday. Tuesday at 8:30. I think they were out there that day that we saw you at the facility.
Oh yeah,
yeah. They were there. I didn't get a chance.
Everybody was out there, boy.
Everybody was out there.
That was a beautiful thing to see.
Really,
and
nice.
that wasn't even packed from what I saw the pictures and everything. Saturday, man, there wasn't nowhere to sit on that hill.
Yeah, exciting time for the Falcons, bro.
Oh yeah.
What up, Chuck? What up, Clay? And John Tay. Appreciate y'all joining us tonight.
That's what's up.
Yeah, all right, so look, this is my last thing to you, because you are at least a Falcons fan, okay? We can at least agree on something. So they think I'm a little outrageous when I say this record, okay? You probably will too.
All right, I'm listening. As I'm listening, I'm gonna pull up the schedule. I'm gonna pull up the schedule.
Pull the schedule up. I've gone through this. Right now, I have us at 14-3.
Nah, you tripping already. Hold on, bro. Hold on.
Hey, man,
and look, so if you take away last year with Kirk Cousins, if you go back to the 2 years that we had terrible quarterback play, we were about.
Hey, bro, the first 5 games, Tampa, Minnesota, at Carolina, Washington, and the Bills. Whew.
4-1-1. Pick. We gonna beat Tampa.
I'm gonna tell you something. If we come out of that 4-1, I'm buying a certain type of ticket, and I'm not gonna jinx it and say it, but I'm gonna buy a ticket to a certain destination.
Cool. If you do it, I'm with you.
And I'll put insurance on that ticket, so just in case something comes up, I can get my money back.
Yeah.
We start 4-1, bro. With this schedule, Tampa is that's in division, and Baker Mayfield is slept on. Very much so
Yeah,
slept on.
he slept on.
You know, both of them games we squeaked out last year, bro.
We did, but Baker gets better as the season goes on. So if you're gonna catch him at the start.
That's a good point. Then you got to go to Minnesota. Who's that quarterback?
From Michigan, because boy gone.
McCarthy.
Sunday night away game is still gonna be motivated.
Gonna be tough.
Carolina will be light years better than they were last year. And then Jaden Daniels of Washington, they come in town. At least we're playing them at home. And then we got Josh Allen. Man, we need some injuries to occur. No, yeah.
4-1. I like that. 4-1.
Hey, man,
what up, cuz? That's my cousin right there. He said 11-6.
Bro, we got a hard schedule. Yeah, we got a hard schedule, bro.
I mean, we ended up because we ended up second in the division.
Huh?
We ended up second in the division, so we now we're going across these divisions playing the second best team. So
who are we playing out of the country? That game out of the country. Who are
the
we playing?
Jaguars. Oh, they ended. No, that's right. Yeah,
we beat Indianapolis. Gotta beat them.
They don't do they know who their quarterback is?
They're gonna try to push Richardson out there, but you already know he got.
Oh, you talking about the Colts?
Let me shut up.
Yeah.
Oh, we winning that game. If Anthony Richardson is anywhere near that team, we're gonna win that game, hands down.
See, look, I'm a guru at this now. I'm a guru,
and I've not been more disappointed in a certain type of quarterback like I am in him in a very long time, bro. But then again, if you pay attention to his history, the man has never been over 500 in his career.
He never won.
So I find it very. I'm very happy that the guy made it this far, got drafted, and is starting in the NFL with the lack of stats. I think it's good to see certain people get over. You know what I mean? But damn, that's I've never seen that happen.
Yeah, coming out of Florida, that kind of reminded me of Jamarcus Russell, man. Honestly,
I mean that's what they went off.
Jamarcus
he didn't win nothing either, man.
Jamarcus Russell's resume was way better. Yes, it was.
Man,
but they went strictly off of how far he could throw the ball, man. That's all they did.
Did you see what Georgia? Okay.
He could look. Anthony Richardson can launch that thing now. He can launch that one. He can launch that.
But so can Richardson. But he didn't really win, man. I'm just saying. I knew he wasn't going to be a great quarterback. He could throw the ball. Yeah, he could throw the ball. But
he can throw the ball far.
Exactly.
Far hard. Yeah, I got you. I got you on that. Hey, right quick. You can continue. Did you see Easton Stick, the number 12 for the Falcons at the practice? I don't know if you even paid attention, Reggie, but he's a third string quarterback, number 12. I was out there. He was throwing dimes, baby.
Where you from?
He got picked him up. Yeah,
he came in from the Chargers.
So I'm not familiar with him, but the biggest thing that stood out to me was my boy Mooney getting hurt. I was very concerned about that because he dove, and I'm like, why the fuck? Excuse me. I was like, why are you diving right now?
Right.
Why are you? I understand it, but what's that? This is practice numero uno.
One. Yeah.
Come on, man. But
it might have been.
Don't get hurt. Might as well get hurt now. Is he out? How long is he out?
They haven't said yet, but it's probably gonna be through the first couple of weeks of preseason.
So that I ain't gonna lie to you. When I saw him walk on the other field, I was mad. I was extremely mad.
Yeah, I remember seeing. I remember the play. Man, being out there.
Everybody was like, God.
But I'm not familiar with this kid, man. I know
that's okay. I was just wondering if you had, when you were at the practice, did you see anything just jump off? I had a few guys around me like, who is number 12?
I'm gonna pay attention now.
Nah,
that's encouraging to have talent like that deep at the position, especially the quarterback position. Kirk Cousins. I don't care what nobody say. He's going to be a lot more comfortable if we have to have him in the game.
Absolutely.
I don't think people understand the severity of an Achilles injury. So we put a lot on him. Not saying that he had plenty of reasons to perform and execute for us because he was paid handsomely for it. But, tearing your Achilles, man, dog, that's career ending for most people, bro.
Yeah.
So he'll be a lot better at that number 2 position. But I mean, if he's jumping off the screen like you say he is, that's even more encouraging.
I was just wondering, if you had seen it.
We'll pay attention in the preseason for sure.
Right. That's what a lot of people saying. We'll see. We'll find out. We'll find
Yeah.
out if he's real or not. But
So
he looked real good.
trade Kirk or keep Kirk?
You might as well keep him. You paying him.
Paid him.
And worst come to worst, I got a veteran starter who's had some success that can come off the bench and operate and run the team like it should be. Well, run the team. You know what I mean? I don't have a guy who's going to be shying away from the limelight. I don't have a guy who's going to be uncomfortable. I'm not going to have a guy who's not been in any situation possible. So to have a veteran like that, who's getting paid like that, hell yeah. I mean, if I got him coming off the bench, I should be in pretty good shape.
Yeah.
Pretty good shape. Yeah.
I was
we pay
more
him to trade him, bro.
I think I was more worried if he'd be like disgruntled or anything like that. But he's proven to be professional. He's proven to be 100% professional.
You know what? Have y'all watched that Netflix thing?
Quarterback. Yeah.
That's what got him paid. And I'm not saying it was that series alone, but you talk about off the field being a professional. How can you not pay a guy like that? Family guy, very religious, very straight up and down. He's not going to embarrass you. You know what I'm saying? And if you're going to bank on a guy that's going to be the leader of your team, how the hell would you vote against a guy like Kirk Cousins? You know what I'm saying? Right. And it's just not to downplay anybody else. Don't. So I'm not downplaying anybody else, but if I'm going to put my franchise in a guy's hand, I'm going to put it in the safest hands possible. So if you look at this, it's almost like the Brady Bunch of Pleasantville every time he was on that camera. You know what I'm saying? So if I'm going to invest somebody, if you're going to invest your money, I'm going to invest my money in the safest place possible. And he's proven that at every stop he's had in Washington, Minnesota, and now with us. He for sure off the field, there's no question. We ain't got to worry about him being on time. We ain't got to worry about him being in bullshit. We ain't got to worry about him having this going on. Nah, this is a quarterback that's going to be where he's supposed to be when he's supposed to be there. So I know off the field that helped him get that money on every franchise he's been on.
He's made a lot of money. He has made a lot of money.
Man, who you telling?
Like 400 something million. Like,
come on, bro.
Yeah.
Come on, bro.
Yep.
What else we got, man? We good on time. I guess them other people delayed, so we good. Yeah, we ain't in no rush.
Okay.
That's what's up. All right, so Clemson. What about Miami? What do you think those Hurricanes going to be like? They got Carson Beck now down there. You think they're going to be a problem for Georgia Tech?
Absolutely.
No, absolutely not.
Let me tell you something, man. In college football especially, experience is everything. So if you're talking about a 4th, 5th, 6-year senior, and even a side note, the 30-year-old tight end at Arkansas will do well. It's a difference when you have a grown-ass man playing in college. And now we're allowing grown men to play in college. And damn it, in every situation you've seen, those grown men stand out. They do well. Now, do they go on and play well and have successful seasons in the NFL? That's yet to be seen. I haven't seen too many. But while they're in school, that's an advantage. You're more mature. You're way more developed mentally, spiritually, and you should be at least. You've seen the more reps you get, the better you get, whether it's mental, physical reps, or whatever. So no, Carson Beck is going to be a problem, man. He is. Let me tell you something. And I hate saying this because you Georgia fans out there. Carson Beck wasn't y'all problem last year.
Oh, it was the receivers.
No,
Not one receiver on that roster.
not NAM receiver.
Oh,
You're right.
The Georgia game. The
Yeah.
Georgia game shouldn't have been as close as it was. Y'all should have won. It should have been close, but I think it should have ended in regulation. But your receivers,
we led the country, and this is for any division of football, in drops. Our receivers were the problem.
and you see who getting the
Entire
blame.
year.
And you see who getting the blame.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I know it.
Quarterback is
No, but
quarterback's gonna always take
it
the blame.
takes a person like you who's invested in the game to do that research and say, okay, why didn't he do well? My team led the nation in drops. How can my quarterback do well if my receivers are going to lead the nations in drops?
Yeah.
Despite that, bro, they still. How many games did y'all win last year?
11.
What?
11. Yeah.
Yeah.
With no receivers.
He threw 12 interceptions. He threw 3 in the Texas game. I think 2 or 3 in the Alabama game. 3 in the Ole Miss game. But he had like 19 touchdowns. But throughout the rest of the season, if you take away the drops, he was damn near flawless.
Hey, even in the Alabama game, remember y'all were losing like 28.
Oh, yeah, we down 21.
Came back.
Nothing.
28 points.
What did he do? How did he respond?
Mm-hmm.
But he
slang it around.
played with poise. He did what he was supposed to do.
Carson Beck ain't the problem.
Mm-hmm.
Carson Beck, if they have the talent that Miami traditionally has, they're going to be a problem for everybody, not just Tech. I'm telling you, that's a 6-year veteran.
Yeah.
He's comfortable. He everything around him is set. I'm telling you, man, don't sleep on him.
I think Miami.
You don't want to believe it. You don't want to believe it because he left.
Now, I believe it.
He could have went to the league. I don't even care.
I always thought he was going to be a good quarterback. I didn't think that Coach Bobo used him correctly. They didn't. I don't know. I'm looking at Stetson Bennett. The way the other coach was able to. What was his name? The other offensive coordinator was able to
up there in with Baltimore.
Yeah, just more creativity. Man,
well, Bobo, that's Mike Bobo though. Bobo is literally, not to downplay or insult the man. He's like a Georgia mascot. He's traditionally Georgia. You're going to see traditional Georgia plays, traditional Georgia formations, traditional Georgia style. You know what I'm saying? Not to knock it, it works. So if you're looking for creativity, more of modern type play, you're not going to get that from Mike Bobo. I haven't seen it, and I can be wrong, but I haven't seen it. It's just traditional. It's
you're right.
Touchdown. You know what I'm saying? But again, at the end of the day, touchdown. The referee's throwing his hands in the air. So now you're not going to see the flash from Bobo, I believe. But nah, man, I'm going to tell you something, bro. Carson Beck is going to, hey, bro, that's one of my sleepers. Right, because I tend to put a wager or two every weekend on games, and I'm banking on Miami to do some damage this year. Nobody's talking about Miami.
Nobody talking about Miami.
We'll see where his mentality is, because he said this himself. Last year he was a little wound up because they had him slated to win the Heisman. So he said he was putting a lot of pressure on himself to do things he probably shouldn't have. So with him kind of flying under the radar now a little bit,
with no receivers,
yeah. So wish him the best.
That man, hey, don't be surprised. I'll just leave it at that. Don't be surprised if he come out gunning and looking really, really good, dog.
Tell me what you think about the NIL stuff now, man. How do you feel about the NIL? Now, I honestly, I'm glad that the players, these kids are getting some money.
Yeah.
But
let me tell you what the NIL is doing. And excuse me while I send this text. The NIL is filtering out the immature athlete. It's filtering out the BS. It's filtering out who really wants to play and who doesn't.
Mm.
Is basically giving the kids the toys, the glitz, the glamour. And again, I don't, as a coach, all right, I ain't finna watch you. Go ahead, take this money. You're going to mess this up yourself. I don't have to save you. I don't need to save you. It's filtering out everything from kids who really don't want to play, from kids who are going to blow money fast, kids who have people around them and teams of people around them that don't need to be associated with your program or your franchise. It's a filtering process. It's literally giving everybody the tools and saying, all right, we about to see who really wants it. And it's just that simple. Of course, I do love the fact that the kids are getting rewarded to some degree, but at the end of the day, like what reward, how, like, is it really a reward? Like, you're giving kids access to so much stuff, bro. So much stuff. It's dangerous, but again, but from the guys, the higher ups, is literally saying, it's like, it makes it more exciting and it makes it easier for me to see who really wants to be here. If you want to shop around, if Oklahoma gonna give you 40,000 or 100,000 or something like that, bye. I want somebody that's gonna be here.
Yeah.
I want somebody that wants to play here. And that's where your programs like a Tech will sneak up on you because they playing with this.
Yeah.
And these are kids, bro. If you get a motivated young man, could do a lot of damage, man. A lot of damage. So that's why you get a Tech to sneak up and go win a game in Miami in the last 30 seconds of a game. You know what I'm saying? You'll get a team like Tech to go down to Athens and take y'all ass to 8 overtimes, and nobody in the world expects that to happen. So that's kind of where it comes into play, because we all know it's been going on for a long ass time. They're just making it permissible. Again, I think it's I'm in the conspiracies a little bit, but it's helping them filter out the bull. You know what I mean? That's all it is. But shout out to the kids who are really taking advantage of it, because a lot of these kids, you're getting the opportunity to change your life at 18, 19 years old.
Absolutely.
Some, very few are taking advantage, but shout out to those that are taking advantage and not just blowing through money and living the wildest dreams for 2 or 3 years.
Yeah. Like I said, I always wanted those players to get some money. They deserved it. I know y'all worked really hard to be on the team. Y'all represented Georgia Tech or your university, and we're not getting, nothing.
Well, I mean, in a sense, it kind of protects you too. Can you imagine what you would do with $1 million at 18?
Oh, no.
And you on TV every week?
Yeah.
I don't think you could read off those accolades that you started off with if I had $1 million at 18 and I was a starting quarterback in downtown Atlanta. Yeah, I don't know if I no, I'm gonna tell you this. You would not be reading off those downtown Atlanta. Come on.
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah, that would have been a little different. I ain't
Come
gonna
on, man.
Be reading something else off, huh?
Hey.
another
Hey, he would have beat Lemon Pepper Lou to Lemon Pepper Lou.
Come on. It would have been another play on my last name some way, somehow, bro. Some way, somehow, bro. Downtown Atlanta with that type of money, man. Come on, man. Yeah. Nah, man. I just want more kids to take advantage of it. Yeah. I hope these institutions will put more effort, which I doubt they will, put more effort into these kids learning how to do and manage money and manage, their lives, their careers from day one. But yeah, man, it's tricky, man. But money ain't everything, man. Money ain't everything, and I hope these kids are understanding that.
Yeah. Well, Wallace, he jumped in and said it's a grace and a curse, because with kids getting this type of money, makes some of these, some of them talk back to the coaches now. Since
they man, yeah. I'm gonna tell you. My first year in the league was the first time I saw a player sit on his rear end on the middle of a field. And you know why he did that? He was a first round pick from Texas.
Mm.
And he made more money than anybody in that damn building.
Wow.
So if you got the mentality like that, then yes, like that's gonna happen. You know what I'm saying? Same thing with crazy, another D lineman, Albert Hainsworth. Remember he
Hainsworth.
got all that
Hmm.
money?
from the Titans.
Shit, they won't pay another D tackle like that again.
Oh, he made a lot of money.
But it's very rare that you find another D tackle that well, of course, inflation makes the numbers look way better than what they were back then. But nah, man, it's very hard to play a guy that's in question or their character comes into question. Bro. It's very hard. So just like circle back to Kirk Cousins, I give him $200 million. He ain't finna embarrass me, and I know he's gonna do what he's supposed to do, and he's gonna respect this program the way he's supposed to respect this program. That's what you're paying for. You're paying for a good employee. You're investing in a good employee and hoping that that employee turns around and gives you a great return. But yeah, man, a catch-22. That would be an accurate assessment of that.
What you got, Mathis?
Ah, man, I'm good. He done ran through everything that I needed to talk with him about.
I'm
You know,
surprised you ain't got no more Georgia trivia or some shit like that.
Oh,
well,
no,
well, you know,
I knew it was gonna be some
we can always run back this one play, but we don't want to do that.
You talking about that fourth down y'all cheating on?
See, I didn't have to say it. Yeah.
Nah,
I wasn't even gonna do that. I was just gonna ask him about the fumble last year.
which one?
You know, the
Oh,
Dan Jackson,
Dan
the
Jackson
punch out. You know, I could go through a list of
Which
things.
one?
that Georgia
Nah,
Tech.
it was like
play.
it was in the fourth quarter, and our
It was
safety
late.
punched the ball out from the running back or the receiver. That was really the reason. That's what got us back in the game.
From
Dan
last
Jackson, yeah, number
He put his
17, the
he got his
safety,
helmet on that on the
mm-hmm,
ball. Yeah.
that should have been
from
called
the
the
quarterback.
spear. The
Spirit.
spear.
I knew he was
But
gonna
Yes.
say
but it was legal though. You know, it was legal.
I would have thrown the flag, Mathis.
What?
I
Let me tell
promise
you
you.
something.
He hit on the ball.
I would have thrown that
Y'all
flag.
have two, and I'll hold my red hand up. Y'all hold, and this is my birthmark, by the way, if anybody's wondering. I know a lot of people get in the comments be like, what the hell is wrong with Reggie's hand? Birthmark goes all the way down right here. I get a lot of that shit on my podcast. Y'all have two prime examples of lowering your head and leading with your head that they are intended for this penalty to be taken. They have intended for this play to be taken out of football. Marvin Harrison.
Yeah, I knew that's what he was gonna say.
In that goddamn play last year. You can start your seminar off with the referees and say, hey, this is what you call it on right here. But for some reason, when that team with that ugly ass G on their helmet do shit like that,
Gangster.
There's the flags become phantoms. It probably was a flag thrown, and they picked it up before anybody saw it.
Well, they did in the Ohio State game. Yeah, they definitely picked that one up. They did. They threw the flag and picked it up.
See what I'm
But
saying?
G stands for so much. Gangster, Georgia, gorgeous, great. Like, you can't flag that. What
Go
you
ahead,
mean?
Go ahead. Have your time.
I would have flagged that one. That's what I would have flagged.
Okay. So wait, for both of you,
Mm-hmm.
with the Ohio State hit, which was close, he hit him in the shoulder pad.
Mm-hmm.
He lowered his head and led with his head.
So who are we gonna penalize him for the play because he was foolish? Are we trying to protect him or the receiver? Because if we're trying to protect him, then throw the flag. But if you're trying to protect the receiver, it was legal.
It's a little bit of both. If you're thinking
Oh,
about
okay.
thinking as an official.
Thank you.
So
I'm
Reggie, let me
a high
say
school
this,
official.
Reggie. Reggie, let me say this. This is a whole white hat we talking to right now. So at the end of the day, he's
that's
going.
right. Oh, man, come
Yeah,
on.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
Come on,
he
man.
going. He gonna give you
High
this
school.
knowledge.
Yeah. A few years ago, actually, I did the Stevenson game down there at Cedartown in the second round. Cedartown.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, they booed
Yeah,
him too.
Chelsea's
They
boy.
booed
Hey
him.
man, I almost went to the state. What are you talking about, baby? What are you talking about? But no, matter of fact, I was doing a game last year, third round playoff game last season, doing that game, doing the Georgia game. And of course, everybody's giving me updates. I mean, y'all shut up. Don't tell me nothing about no Georgia Tech winning.
Man.
But when, like I said, when I went back and look at that play, man, that's that's a flag.
They can lead off.
That's
Y'all can. I know at some point y'all gonna lead off a clinic and say, "Hey, this is when you throw the flag."
Yeah, I mean, we've been doing that in high school for the last 4 years, really focusing on targeting stuff like that. So yeah, and spearing. Yeah. So yeah,
I
that'd have
know
been
it's bad. I
15.
know it's bad in high school.
Oh, it's real bad, especially when you got Stevenson and Southwest DeKalb. No, Stevenson's cool. Southwest DeKalb. Now you know Quincy's coaching over there, right?
Yes, I do.
Yeah.
I follow Quincy still, man. He his son actually came in and trained my dad for a little bit. He stopped by the gym. Yeah, we've had some words. I'm following him.
But that team there, man, you're talking about doing some of anything out there. So a lot of spearing,
I can believe it.
a lot of blocking below the waist.
I can
They
believe
do it all. Yeah.
I can believe it.
But yeah.
I know.
Oh, but hey, look, going back to that throw, Mathis, did we talk about this before already?
Which one?
The one where I threw the ball out of bounds on fourth down?
No, go ahead.
Nah.
I think
Look,
we all want to hear this.
Quick synopsis. Okay, cool. I was man, we was coming back too. People forget we were down by 13, and then that drive was like the go-ahead drive if we would have scored a touchdown. So it was on some miracle type shit already. But I go into the huddle, I look at the scoreboard. The scoreboard says third down. Before I called the play. It was indeed fourth down. But me looking at the scoreboard, I see third down. All right. So I'm thinking third down. And then the play happens, and after that, I cussed that referee out so goddamn bad, bro. And that's what kind of got me the reputation of being a trash talker, I believe, amongst those stripes. I gave it to that ref, bro. I was 18, 19 at the time too, bro. I've never talked to a referee like that again, like that in my life. And I didn't do that after that too. I respect the refs. I do. And I always liked them. I would try to make friends with them because, you regulate the game, and I want to call it too. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So I always try to work the refs, but oh man, I gave it to him, bro. Yeah. I'm talking about all the way to the man. Oh man, that was bad. But now that
didn't have nothing to do with it. Like,
that was a simple inexperience mistake on my part because we had downed the ball to stop the clock on the first down. If you're moving fast like that,
you think about that.
Yeah. So now that was all on me. Just a real rookie mistake.
But I think everybody realized it had to be something like that. Because ain't nobody throwing the ball away on fourth down. It had to be something like that.
You know, it's crazy. That play that we ran, all of my receivers, all of my eligible receivers were off to the left side of the field. But when I broke right, nobody was on that side of the field. And so I was either going to get my ass crushed or I was going to get rid of that ball. And you saw what I did.
Hey.
It happens.
Everybody knows now. Everybody knows.
Yeah,
he blamed it on the referee.
At the time. That was me.
That's crazy, man. Yeah. It happens. It does happen.
Yeah.
It does happen. We've had some issues like that in my game. So
I mean, that's actually a real legitimate answer, though.
It's a legitimate answer.
It sounds so much better now. You know what I'm saying?
It had to be something like that.
I ain't never threw no rock and hit my hand. I've never been the guy to run from accountability. If I mess up, I mess up, and I'm finna move on to the next thing. That was a inexperienced mistake. I forgot we downed the ball on first down. Going in for the game-winning touchdown drive just fell a little short. Yeah, but that was boy. That was on me.
That's
Don't
how it
worry.
goes, man. That's all right.
There's folks out there in the
It
league
made
getting
you a
paid
better man.
millions doing worse. So ain't nobody worry about that.
Oh,
It
I
made
know
him a
that,
better
man.
man, and it
I
made
know
him
that.
hate
I know
Georgia
that.
even more.
Hey, man, it's an honor to be in that position, bro. So
Yeah,
Oh yeah.
I
Nah.
take it with a grain of salt, dog.
absolutely,
Mm-hmm.
absolutely, man.
Hey man.
Yeah, I knew
So
it had to
look,
be something like that.
I'm gonna say this because I know you got to get ready to do your thing, and it's been about an hour and a half.
A good one.
Reggie Ball, Stone Mountain, Redan,
Yeah,
Stevenson,
yeah.
Georgia Tech, Detroit Lions.
Mm-hmm.
I greatly appreciate you taking time to come hang out with us. It's been a pleasure, and you know, between me being in Alabama and stuff like that, once I moved back, I was able to reconnect with you and everything, and your mom and your dad and stuff like that. Uh, it's been real cool to grow to know you
Man,
again as we've been older. But I appreciate you coming on and showing some
thank
love.
you for having me, bro.
I'm slick a little upset. I'm gonna say this for him. I'm really upset that Daryl couldn't be on because it was gonna be
Golly.
2v2. That's the whole reason I put this shirt on. If it was just
That's
gonna
all
be
good.
you, I wouldn't have wore it.
Hey,
I could have
hey,
just talked my
I can
talk.
bring out vintage shit. I can bring out him. I can bring out planks. Hey, tell your boy I'm good enough. I fought against the biggest of lions,
But
bro.
I
I'm
get
good.
that. I
I'm
get
good.
that.
But I want to meet him, man. So, hey, man, if y'all need me, y'all want me back on, man, I'm more than happy to jump on with y'all, man. This is a pleasure. I talk about all my old teammates that I'm still flourishing with in relationships. Mathis, I can throw you in there as well, bro. So yeah, when we reconnected, man, that was Redan Park coming back all full circle, bro. Even my mom was excited to see you when you walked in the gym
Yeah.
and saw each other. So to have me on here, bro, this is dope shit, man. And I
Yeah.
appreciate it. And
We'll do it.
I'm
We'll
looking
do it
forward
again.
to
Look, so we got the Georgia Tech game coming up.
yeah.
That's down there. So maybe we can figure something out for that.
Mm-hmm.
And you a Falcons. So we ain't gonna talk about the Braves right now. I can't do it.
He got
But
the
Boy,
Braves
good
on.
night. Good
I
night.
can't talk about the Braves this year.
We can't win every year, bro. We can't win every year.
No, I can't.
All right, they don't want to spend no money, so we ain't gonna go there.
Sorry, man. We got a couple of these, man, in our
True,
lifetime, so we good.
but when the Falcons come back around, man, we want to have our people, uh, come back on, and maybe we could chop it up or
Oh,
figure something out when it comes down to that. So
for sure.
I'll keep you
Yeah.
posted.
Man,
Yep.
please do, bro. Please do. This is dope, y'all. Yo, thank you for having me,
Hey
bro.
man, thank you for coming on. I'm tripping, really. Hey, now Darryl really been tripping. Like, oh man, Reggie Ball, God no.
That's what's up, bro.
Yeah, that's what's up, man.
That's
I
what's up.
appreciate you, man. Listen, before we go,
Mm-hmm.
let everybody know about the Effect Gym and the few things that you're doing. Let them know how they can get in touch with you if they want to,
All right,
get a good
so
workout or whatever.
again, my home gym, Effect Fitness. We've been at it for about 14, 15 years, known for our boot camp classes. You can go online if you're on Instagram. It's Effect at Effect Fitness. My family's brand, the Ball Effect. That's just something that I've engulfed me and my father, and my family. That's the Ball Effect. If you come in contact with one of the Ball brothers or my dad, man, you're affected in some positive way. So we kind of engulf that into the family brand. Co-hosting the podcast, The Broken Play with Nav Green. That's on the channel 85. The 85 South Boys. That's a part of their
I saw
network.
that. Mhm.
Shout out to GCAP, man. If you can look up GCAP, that's GCAPP. It's a program centered against teen pregnancy and enlightening the kids, the youth, about just the whereabouts of where they are, not just sexually, but just in general, and helping these young guys, get off to a good start. So hands down, still here in Atlanta, 10 toes down, my hands in the ground and helping people, leading people. And again, leading by example is one of the things I hang my hat on. So, you see me around here with one of my babies, if not all of them, at some point walking down Peachtree. So when you do, man,
Definitely done that a couple times.
hey, they're gonna be somewhere by me, somewhere.
Yeah.
I'm surprised this one right here is as quiet as he is, but it's all good, man. I appreciate y'all for real, dog.
Yeah, we
Appreciate you,
appreciate
man.
you. We appreciate
Oh
you.
yeah,
Hey,
the Ball Effect. I'm only on Instagram. Instagram, the Ball Effect, and Twitter, the Reggie Ball. Yeah, that's it. But if you need me, man, just holler at me. I ain't hard to find at all.
yes,
Yeah.
sir. Yes, sir. Hey, appreciate it so much.
All right,
All
y'all.
right, y'all. We're gonna get on out of here. Hey, we had a lot of
Appreciate you,
fun.
brother.
Hey man, y'all make sure y'all press those likes, subscribe, share this video with everybody you know, all the Georgia Tech fans, all the ATL fans, everybody who know Reggie Ball. Share the video, man. Share the video. We want to have continue to just have a good time on this show and everything. So, hey, we get on out of here. Appreciate you. We'll see y'all next time. Be safe, be blessed, and Darryl will always say,
Stay dirty.
dirty.
There we go.
I like that.